All right, well, we're 2-2 in the league with this list here. And actually, I just recorded the fourth match. And I'm so close to finishing it up that I can't wait. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump into the fifth match. And hopefully we can at least end a somewhat semi-respectable 3-2 and not go 2-3. But hey, you know what? I've won forward some leagues. I 5-0'd a few. I've 4-1'd a few. I've won forward more than I'd like to admit. So it is the plight of playing Magic. Got to get used to losing. So let's see. What are we going to play against? I think this is a keepable hand, so we will. I have no idea what we're playing against, and we have plenty of lands for the moment, so I don't want to just throw the Serum Visions out there. Like, I don't know I have no clue what I'm looking for. Martial Arts could be black-white tokens, which if we don't get hand disrupted, maybe this Thundermaw Hellkite will come in useful. Godless Shrine could also be Abzan. Oh, this deck. Lovely. So let's see. In that case, I think we want to probably shock ourselves here. Yeah. So I'm gonna let myself get smacked by this. I really, if possible, I want as much burn as I can possibly manage to go at our opponent's face. Let's see if he gets another land drop. Oh. Lingering Souls. I think I want to remand this, and primarily because I would really like to. I want to slow him down and get closer to taking out all of his Lingering Souls with the Thermal Hellkite. So I know that you normally save remand for the back half, but in this case, I don't want to do that. All right, so we have 9 points of burn. We're going to cast the Serum Visions. So I actually want to keep all of these. Let's do these like this and pass. And the plan is for him to Lingering Souls, and we're going to Helix him in the dome. All right, let's go back up to 15. Okay, so I think we went to shock because if we have to really think about how we're going to tap here. Because we're going to click him at his draw step. I guess what we can do is if he takes something away that we need to path, rather, if he has something we have to path, we can get rid of it with Vendilion Click, and then plan to bolt him down to 12 at the end of our turn, or at the end of his turn, and then untap, play our Sulfur Falls. He'll be at 12, and we'll hit him for 8. And we definitely have the burn in hand to finish him off after that. So, yeah, that's the plan I'm going to go with. All right. I don't actually care if he Inquisitions us. So we will go ahead and take a screenshot. So let's do that. You know, I need to find a way that I can like take a screenshot and then like maybe I just need to get rid of my logo here. Get rid of my logo, make the little preview window a bit smaller, and I can put these little previews in or something. But anyway, okay, so he's got Inquisition, Marsh Flats, Swamp. We're not going to take anything. And he's going to Inquisition us, and we're going to bolt him. Oh, okay, so he's going to draw. Yeah, we're going to bolt here. So he no longer has an Inquisition. Did he have this Shambling Vent in play? I guess he did and I just missed it. So he's going to cast Lingering Souls. Restoration Angel would be pretty sweet. A land, actually, let's see. So we can block here. Oh, so we just path the Spirit Token, and he's dead to our burn and any of our creatures. Alright, so black, white, Eldrazi. Well, all their stuff is devoid, so this isn't necessarily great. I don't know how good Stony Silence. I guess we have to bring Stony Silence in. I don't think the explosives are good. I'm not sure that the wear tear is good either. I think Anger and Staticaster are good. I mean, Anger. The thing is, Anger doesn't kill all of his amazing stuff, but if he's got a bunch of Lingering Soul tokens and he has, you know, a bunch of the Eldrazi spawn, then it can allow us to clean up a lot of that in an efficient way. So I like that. I don't like Click against Lingering Souls, but I don't know how many Lingering Souls he's really running. I doubt it's 4. I mean, Elspeth isn't bad against all of his stuff, but it's really bad against Ulamog. So I think we have to consider these because of the spawn tokens. I mean, it's tough because the way that we're gonna beat him is to burn him out. So I want to keep our burn, but we're also in this odd position where the electrolyzes, you know, we need them for Lingering Souls, but they're not the greatest. So I think, and see, typically you keep Click against Tron too, because Tron is, you want to take their big threat, which I kind of want to do the same thing here. We just have okay, so let's look at what's probably not as good. Stony Silence seems like it could be real meh. It only hits a few of the cards in his deck. Anger of the Gods also seems like it could just be okay. God, we have too many cards, man. I think we have to cut. These leaks might not be great. 8 seconds. Sure. I'm not even sure. I don't have a plan for this deck yet. I'm clearly just winging it. I mean, it has Geist. Maybe we should be trimming back on our Geist, actually, because he plays a lot of creatures, and it's going to be difficult to get Geist through. I'm going to keep this hand, though. I mean, we have some interaction here. We have some early pressure we wanted. We're just going to lose our Geist anyway. Okay, that's a Relic. So, probably just going to play the Snap as a beater. Ugh. Just disgusting. Oh man, bad things are about to happen. I'm sure of it. That qualifies as a horrible thing. It really does. Oh man. Oh jeez, this is really awkward. He like took the lands that we want to. Oh man. That was a nice start from our opponent for sure. All right. I guess, maybe we want to take out remands. I mean, he's got a bunch of cast triggers, so maybe remands aren't that great. Maybe the permission just isn't fantastic. I mean, it does keep it from coming this into the battlefield, but yeah, I'm gonna block here. Guess I'm just gonna discard this Thundermaw. Never gonna cast it. Oh, if he gets Ulamog, I'm just conceding. I mean, I should probably just concede anyway, but yeah. Okay, so let's try this again. I mean, the remand there just wouldn't have been that great. Maybe we just have to like bring in Oliver Byrne and just try to kill him as fast as possible. I mean, they're not bad against Lingering Souls. I think we might just want explosives instead of Static Caster because all we're doing with it is killing small things, and this basically does the same thing for less. I mean, we are on the play now, which makes this stuff better, so that is something to consider. Bring in stuff that does things earlier. Try this. Yep. Play first. Well, I am gonna keep. But if we don't find a threat with the Serum Vision's hand's gonna be pretty awful. I mean, Resto is a start, but I don't want any of these lands, so I'm going to scroll those to the bottom. Black-White Eldrazi, the Boogeyman. The hot new deck on the scene. Probably losing our Serum Visions. Yep. Not a surprise. Alright. I'm playing this Arid Mesa so that I can get a mountain and then bolt him or bolt something. I have another land that I can put into play and make sure that we cast. So I think I actually want to exile the non-lands because of Oblivion Sower for now. But anyway, I was saying I have another land here that I can make sure that I play Restoration on curve with. Well, everything's probably about to get exiled now. Okay. I don't, is it correct to bolt now? Maybe not yet. Yeah, I think I can just get another island here. Lingering Souls. Yep. Well, everything's probably going to go wrong, and we're probably also just... come on, let me just do this. I was saying we're probably just going to get pathed here. Hopefully not, but feels like it. I'm gonna do this actually. That way I can potentially bolt and cast Restoration Angel. Need the engineered explosives. Alright, so let's put Restoration Angel into play, and might as well fetch. I mean, this makes a black mana right now, but might as well thin for whatever that's worth. I mean, we're not gonna win just sitting here. See, I mean, unless we draw a way to deal with this, we're not going... Like, unless we draw a way to deal with some of this, we're dead no matter what. So I might as well attack and hope that our life buys us a little time here. just doesn't really matter. We're getting crushed. So bolting his face is basically the same as bolting a spirit token at this point. I mean, we are... Let's see... Except he does have Shambling Vent. God, we're just so dead. What do we draw? Well, it's funny. That's one of the reasons I almost did bolt. I mean, we still could, but the math I did, it still... Let's see. 5. I did the math and it wasn't enough. It was 5. It's like 14 or something. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 with the bolt. So... I mean, we're certainly going to play it. We bolt him to 13. Die on the backswing. You know that feeling when you're like, maybe if I just count the damage in this life total again, one more time, maybe he'll be dead? That's what I'm doing, and it's not working. Okay, so I guess we can try to live. I don't even want to do the math here. I guess I need to shoot this. I don't know what the math is. I'm just shocking ourselves, and I'm not going to attack. I mean, I thought Thundermaw would be decent against this deck, and I mean, it has been, just... I was going to cast another Oblivion Sower. Nope. Am I missing something? I'm going to take what is not lethal. Unless there's some way for him to do direct damage I'm not aware of. Probably play another Lingering Souls, I guess. Yeah. Alright, so if I bolt his face and he goes to 13 and I draw like engineered explosives, then I guess we win. If I bolt a spirit token, then that means we get in for an extra point if we activate Colonnade, which he blocks the dragon here, and we get in for not enough, but 4, 7 for 10, leaving him at 6. Doesn't do it. So I think we just bolt his face and see. If that bullet wasn't electrolyzed, it would have been better. I mean, we can't attack. I guess I could have thought that a little longer. Maybe we could. No, I don't think we can attack with anything. Oh. Did he get a planes? It's funny, I'm just confused because I saw him fetch and I thought he was getting a planes, and then Ghost Quarter came in the battlefield, which is unfortunate because it's kind of planning on using this colonnade to do something useful. I feel pretty dead. Yeah, I mean, we're dead. Is he going to tap the Ghost Quarter? I still think we're dead, but is this a path? Now he attacked with the team. I think he could have done this last turn. Insult to injury. Okay, fine. Alright, well, gross. We went 2-3. Let's enter it into our log. Loss 2-3. That is not how that's supposed to be formatted. I don't know why I'm fixing the spreadsheet with you guys. Or trying to figure out how I do paste formatting. Paste format. Why is it showing with decimals? I don't know. Figure it out later. 0.02. No, just 2. Okay, that was weird. I don't know. No. Other way. Unfortunately. Black, white, Eldrazi. Okay, so we're going to try to do better next time. Let's finish our spreadsheet. Tickets 1, 0. Play points 1, 40. That means we have 56 play points, which unfortunately is not enough to enter a league, so I'm going to be forced to use tickets. I like this a lot better when tickets are going up, not down. But like I said, I've sort of been stuck in this not winning as much streak. So I get to bring you guys with me. All right, yeah, so thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Consider following me on Facebook if you want to message me a bit. And as always, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hey guys, just a real quick comment on. I've already stopped recording, but I was thinking about the Black White Eldrazi match, and I do think Thundermaw's is quite good there. Depending on how much GBX there is, I could almost see maybe like taking an Elspeth out for a Thundermaw or a Karanos or something. Probably should have kept the Stony Silences in. It's hard to say exactly how relevant it would have, if it would have really changed the matchup much or not. But being able to, and initially I was thinking, okay, well, it stops Expedition Map, but it actually, he has Mind Stones and he has Relic of Progenitus as well. So Stony Silence does sort of make his cards not a significant enough number of his cards do nothing that it's probably worth bringing in. So I think that we should have done that. And other than that, yeah, it's just it's obviously it's not going to be an easy matchup. In some ways it feels worse than Tron, because they gum up the board in a way that Tron doesn't. You know, Tron, it's like, well, I'm going to slam Geist, and if you have a Pyroclasm for it, then sad face, but if you don't, then you're probably going to die to it. This deck is like, well, I'm just going to gum up the board a bunch, and so they don't even need Pyroclasm, and you can't even really necessarily get Geist through. Now, we didn't draw Geist in any of our sideboard games. I need to come up with a better plan. I mean, as you guys saw, I was very much trying to figure out, what to do. There were definitely some board positions there where, like, Wrath of God would have been fantastic. Anger of the Gods was good in the way that Staticaster would have been good, and that it deals with the tokens, but you still end up with a 5/8 on the battlefield and a 4/5. So that deck does rely, heavily on creatures. Wrath, Supreme Verdict. I'm only going to run Wrath if, like, the run is a thing, or regeneration. But against that deck, Supreme Verdict is actually something that is viable. If the game goes long enough where you have enough lands in play that their Ulamog doesn't matter that much, then killing everything else with the Wrath and pathing the Ulamog seems like it's not great, because you're still down 2 lands, but it's better than dying. So I like Anger, especially for the more aggressive decks, but in that game, had we drawn Anger, it would have been okay, but it would have been fantastic. This would have been great. Actually, Anger would have been fine. This would have been really good, but it was redeploying the Lingering Souls that really kept us from attacking. But I do think that obviously against the Eldrazi deck, Verdict is better. I don't think we need to do anything for the Storm matchup necessarily. We could maybe we swap a Negate for a Dispel, just so we have more ways to interact with things like Pyromancer's Ascension. If Storm continues to stay a real small part of the meta, I don't necessarily want to devote anything to it. Again, it's really tough to make these decisions until we see what the meta holds. Like I was saying in my meta sort of prediction video, if there's a bunch of aggressive decks, then at some point Jund style decks, mid-range decks, control decks have to rise to combat them, because they should be able to prey on those decks. And that'll give the decks like Tron more of a foothold. But so if there isn't a lot of Jund, then I don't want these at all right now. One card I've considered bringing back in, just as a thought, is Batterskull against basically every deck that doesn't run Call Against Command. Just run it in the side, because whereas Karanos is great and helps you control the game, Batterskull can just really bring you back into it by gaining life. So maybe if there isn't as much TBX, we can get rid of the Elspeth and bring in a Batterskull or something. That's just a random thought. It has nothing to do with the Black-White Eldrazi deck. Yeah, I still don't think Batterskull does enough for us there. Crumble is interesting. Obviously, it's really good Tron hate, but actually I lost a game that I drew 2 crumbles, 1 or 2 crumbles, and the issue was I just could never cast it because he had Ghost Quarter up. And I mean, I could have taken him off Tron, but it just, if they're smart and they get a Ghost Quarter, if they think you're going to bring a Crumble to us and they have the Ghost Quarter, it's a lot worse. It almost makes me think that Stony Silence might just be better because it has cross hate to Affinity, Black-White Eldrazi, and just really slows them down. So anyway, don't have any set thoughts as far as I guess as far as the rest of the list. I mean, I think it's fine. There's only so much that we can do. I still like having Leak and Remand splits. I mean, as you saw in that match against Storm, like sometimes you just need a hard counter, and having 4 like if you just remand a Blood Moon knowing that it's coming down the next turn and you can't fetch around it, you'd much rather just have a Leak in that position. So anyway, okay, I'm gonna tack this on to the end just to some outside thoughts. Be nice to hear what you guys think as well. Now that you've kind of seen the deck run through some paces. Yeah, talk to you guys later.